Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin Jr. was an English comic actor, filmmaker, and composer who rose to fame in the era of silent film. He became a worldwide icon through his screen persona, the Tramp, and is considered one of the film industry's most important figures. His career spanned more than 75 years, from childhood in the Victorian era until a year before his death in 1977. And encompassed both adulation and controversy. Charles Spencer Chaplin Jr. was born on April 16, 1889 to Hannah Chaplin and Charles Chaplin Sr. Chaplin's childhood was fraught with poverty and hardship. Chaplin's early years were spent with his mother and brother Sidney in the London district of Kennington. Hannah had no means of income and Chaplin Sr. provided no financial support. Between his time in the poor schools and his mother succumbing to mental illness, Chaplin began to perform on stage. He later recalled making his first amateur appearance at the age of 5 years, when he took over from Hannah one night in Aldershot. This was an isolated occurrence, but by the time he was 9 Chaplin had, with his mother's encouragement, grown interested in performing. He later wrote, "Imbued me with the feeling that I had some sort of talent." Through his father's connections, Chaplin became a member of the 8 Lancashire Lads clog dancing troupe, with whom he toured English music halls throughout 1899 and 1900. Chaplin worked hard, and the act was popular with audiences, but he was not satisfied with dancing and wished to form a comedy act. By age 13, he had abandoned education. He supported himself with a range of jobs, while nursing his ambition to become an actor. At 14, shortly after his mother's relapse, he registered with a theatrical agency in London's West End. The manager sensed potential in Chaplin, who was promptly given his first role as a newsboy in Harry Arthur Saintsbury's Jim, A Romance of Cockaigne. It opened in July 1903, but the show was unsuccessful and closed after 2 weeks. Chaplin's comic performance, however, was singled out for praise in many of the reviews. 6 months into the second American tour, Chaplin was invited to join the New York Motion Picture Company. A representative who had seen his performances thought he could replace Fred Mace, a star of their Keystone Studios who intended to leave. Chaplin thought the Keystone comedies, a crude melange of rough and rumble, but liked the idea of working in films and rationalized. Besides, it would mean a new life. He met with the company and signed a $150 per week contract in September 1913. Charlie had 4 wives in his lifetime, but he spent his last few years with 18-year-old Una O'Neill Chaplin, then 54. Chaplin described meeting O'Neill as the happiest event of my life, and claimed to have found perfect love. Chaplin's son, Charles III, reported that Una worshipped his father. The couple remained married until Chaplin's death, and had 8 children over 18 years. By October 1977, Chaplin's health had declined to the point that he needed constant care. In the early morning of Christmas Day 1977, Chaplin died at home after having a stroke in his sleep. He was 88 years old. The funeral, on December 27th, was a small and private Anglican ceremony, according to his wishes. Thank you for watching the life story of Charlie Chaplin. Don't forget to subscribe and like us.